got two chaps from Russell Biosystems, so we've got Nayem, Hassan and Harry Edwards. So Russell Biosystems are looking at biological products for broad acre agriculture. Now it's a topic that's quite interesting to me.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to talk about the practical applications of biologicals for wheat and oilseed rape. We are Russell Biosolutions. We are a UK company based in Flint, producing microbial, biostimulant, biofertilizer, and biopesticides through solid and liquid fermentation process. So our goal is to develop technologies to meet the challenges of feeding world, and also to get the tools available for the farmers in these challenging conditions. So we have in-house capabilities, and we have research abilities of producing microbes. We've been part of the various projects and leading the projects funded by Innovate UK, Horizon 2020, and also we have been part of the projects funded by Welsh Assembly Government, being a Welsh company. So let's look at in reality, the two products we're going to talk today, Converter and Yokosan. Converter is a biofertilizer, is based on 3 microbes: one nitrogen fixing bacteria, Azotobacter prococum, and Bacillus bacterium phosphaticum, this phosphate soluble bacteria, and Frucheria aurantia, the potash mobilizing bacteria, which integrated with some microbials like some of the mycorrhiza together, to see how can we benefit from the fixing nitrogen and using the available phosphorus and potassium in the soil. So in this connection, we also add another product which is called Yokosan. Yokosan is an optimal formulation of amino acid, humic acid, and seaweed extract together with mycorrhiza. So, the soil microbes is the main heartland of soil biology. If soil has got good microbes, and then this soil will use the microbes for the better utilization of the nutrient. Microbes produce some secondary metabolites, which gives plant root growth and also makes plant resilience against abiotic and biotic factors. And they produce a special enzyme, nitrogenase enzyme, that helps us to fix the nitrogen. So we conducted a trial, 2 years trial, 2023 and 2024, to see how the nitrogen fixing by bacteria can help us reduce synthetic fertilizer. So look at this, and we have applied various doses of recommended NPK, and with that Converter, then gradual reduction, 25% reduction, 50% reduction, and we look at the air per square meter and the number of grains per air. All the cases, we see the treatment makes a significant changes, and we have around 16% more number of grains per air. And if we look at the yield, this is interesting data, that when we have all these 3 treatments where we introduce Converter plus 75% NPK, Converter plus 50% NPK, we have significantly higher yield in the year 1, 2023. However, we have yield increases, but as farmers also looking for milling with a proportion of protein content. But that year, we have around 2 tons more yield adding Converter, but we found we have a less amount of protein in our wheat. So then we looked at it, how can we improve it? Then we bring another element into it, and my colleague, I will hand over to Harry. My colleague Harry will go from there, second year trial 2024, then how these 2 products actually help us to build a robust strategy on oilseed rape. Thank you guys. Harry will take over.
Morning everyone. So, following on from the trial that Nayem's just been talking about, the treatment that we thought looked the best was when we reduced fertiliser by 25%. So in the trial that we just concluded this year, we decided that all treatments we'd reduce the chemical fertiliser use by 25%, and we were doing that in accordance with the RB209. So the other difference with this one was that last year we used Converter with our original strength, but instead what we decided to do was try and double the strength so that we had less applications required, so less sort of going out and spraying and cost that way. So the other product that we used as well was AminoMax, which is an amino acid based foliar treatment that we applied at growth stage 59. So the other difference with this one was last year we used Skyfall for 1 milling wheat. This year we decided to use Crusoe instead to sort of see if there was any difference in terms of varieties. What we saw with this one was yield increase using both the double strength converter and the AminoMax combination. You can see on this graph here the green line at the top shows what the control was, so NPK cut by 25%, and most of the ones using the biologicals yielded higher than without. What was interesting to us was when we looked at the grain protein content. So again, the only one that hit milling spec was when we used the double strength converter with the AminoMax foliar treatment. So we went from the control, which was 11.3% grain protein, to 13.3% grain protein with the biological biofertilizer and the amino acid foliar. When I was looking through this on the RB209, the RB209 recommends 80 kilos per hectare equivalent of urea to boost grain protein by 1%. So to get that 2% increase that we've seen there, we'd be needing to use 160 kilos of urea per hectare. The most recent urea price that I could see on AHDB's website was £282 a hectare. When we work this back, that would be about £45 per hectare to get that 2% increase. With our product, we were able to do it for £15 per hectare, so £30 per hectare saving, which is pretty significant, we thought. Moving to our oilseed rape trial, so the Yolksan was something that Nayem was talking about earlier, so the seaweed, humic acid and amino acids, and then again the converted biofertilizer product. Both showed a reduction in cabbage stem flea beetle damage to the new growth in the early stages. As you can see there, so 7 days after application is the blue line that you can see, and then 9 days after application for the third application, you can see the reduction there. This is part of the same trial a bit later on in the season, so we were able to show that the number of flea beetle larvae in the stem and in the leaves were reduced by using the biostimulants and biofertilizers, which we thought was really encouraging. Because it's worth stressing that this has no biopesticidal properties, it's purely biostimulatory. So what we're sort of inferring from this is that the biostimulants are helping to promote plant growth, make it less sort of attractive to the flea beetle, which is really interesting when we're considering using less insecticides going forwards, the loss of neonics. So just to sort of sum up some of our other products that we've got tablet forming capabilities, we've got all sorts of different products that we use both in the UK. We also have a very strong export market as well, particularly for our biopesticides. So that's just an extra little thing there for anyone to see. We have lots of different formulations, both liquid and powder formulations that can then be used in foliar. So that's about it from us. Just to wrap up, we've done 2 years worth of trials so far on broadacre. We also work in soft fruit as well. We're also looking at viticulture, so we're quite broad in terms of the markets that we're looking at. But our biostimulants have shown that we can reduce NPK by at least 25% whilst still not impacting yield and helping to boost grain protein. Yolksan particularly was the one that we thought would be worth pushing forward with in terms of the oilseed rape, helping to combat flea beetle damage. We've got more trials planned. If anyone is interested in hearing more about the products or is interested in trialling with us or anything like that, we're going to stand over that direction, so come have a chat with us. Thank you very much.